Hi friends, welcome to Digital Tech by Vignesh Balaji. So in last video we have seen how to use effect and how the use effect will respond for the side effects, and also what are the properties, like what are the dependencies that you can pass on the use effect, so that when this properties change or dependencies change, so the use effect will be executed. So now in this video we are going to see how to make an API call and fetch data from the server and show it into the front end. So for this, I have installed Axios. So Axios is a library where you can use for fetching the data from the server. So you have to install like npm install -save Axios in the root directory. So then what we have did here is that in line number 10 I have created a users array and set users. So I'm actually going to use this particular JSON placeholder endpoint to fetch the users and show it in the front end, right? So what I'm going to do over here is that I'm going to use an use effect. So as you know, if you pass an empty array, so this will be executed only once when the component is being loaded, right? So inside that we have to execute a function, asynchronous function, to fetch the users and assign the state to the assign the response to the user state, right? So that's what we are going to do here. And apart from that, I have also created a users component where it has an users function, so that will take properties like id, name, email, website, and phone number. So these are the data that I fetch from the APIs, and id is like the unique id. So whenever you are using like a map, right, you have to use a unique id as a key to the particular div element, the parent div element, so that whenever there is an update, React uses these keys to actually do the comparison and re-render the particular element. If you don't use keys, it will actually throw a warning in the console. So that's why keys are very important whenever you iterate using maps, or whenever you do iteration basically. So now what we are going to do, we are going to write an asynchronous function over here. So I keep it as fetch users. So then we have to store the response in a const, and I'm going to await for the axios.get. So the URL is this one, so you have to copy. So if you directly go to this page like JSON placeholder, this one, and you can see the list of APIs, dummy APIs listed over in, and you can use it from this one. So for now, as I said, we are going to show the list of users. I'm going to use the same here, and then so you have to enclose it in a single quotes, then save it. And once you get the response, you have to set it to the users array. So you can directly set, or you can actually use the previous methods how to update the state, right? Like that also you can do. So for now I'm doing like response.data. Yeah, and once this asynchronous function is written, you have to call it. So you have to call it within this use effect. So whenever it's initially mounted, this particular function is executed, and we can able to see the data being listed, right? And here I'm using a map, so users.map, and we'll have a reference USR, and we'll import the user component to here, user from user, and we try to use it over here. So id will be like usr.id. So id, make sure the id is always unique, it doesn't duplicate. And name, similarly you have to do it for everything, like it's more or less same. Email, usr.email, then website, yeah, and we'll close it. And what else, the details? Phone we have to. So this is how you pass the props, right? Like as I said in the previous videos as well. So let me just pass the phone number. So let us see if this is fetching the data and showing the browser. Yeah, you can able to see the list of there are 10 users, I guess. So you can see all those data is being listed, and I'll show it to you in the console as well. So as I said earlier, if you don't keys, it will throw you warning, right? So if you can able to see it over here as well. So console is cleared, and if I try to remove this particular key, so it will refresh again. Yeah, see, each child in a list should have a unique key property. So that is a very important thing that you have to add whenever you iterate using maps, right? So that is how React will understand the difference between the previous component and other components, and they'll see the difference and render that particular actual component need to be re-rendered, right? So that's one of the key learning as well. You have to take this from video. And yeah, so we are coming to the end of the video, and you have seen how to use useEffect and make an API call in React. So next video, what we are going to see, we are going to create a custom hook, so that is responsible for fetching the API calls, and we are going to use the same in the same users list. So let's try to do it in the next video. So thanks for your time, guys. Please like, share and subscribe, and